Hi, it's Snorgle. Welcome to this brand new playthrough of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Normally I don't show this kind of setup thing, but I don't know what to expect from this. I'm not playing this actually blind. I'm familiar with this iconic game, but I thought I'd just start from here because I honestly don't know what to expect and when the game's going to hit me. I have not. Okay, I typically go a little brighter on the gamma because YouTube has a tendency of darkening videos, so we're going to do that. Gosh, what time is it? It's 1 something. 1:22. PM? It's not AM, it's PM. Maybe I enter 13:22? There we go. Nope. Okay, got it. 1:22 PM. Bonk. Okay. Let's go. I'm so excited. Never the end is never the end is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Huh.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Oh.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push.
It's obviously under surveillance as well.
And in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
I'm so excited.
Although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
You don't say.
Something that would forever change Stanley.
I'm so excited.
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Curious.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Indeed.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. Like I said, actually, I'm going to check something here. Just a second. Let me check some options. There we go. I just had to move the mouse sensitivity down. So now leave the office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Meeting room. Can't read what that says. I hate Mondays.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I'm so looking forward to this. Oh, beep. Okay, what's that say? Number 1 dad, okay. I like work, just like I hate my boss. All right, keep going. Look at these papers all over the floor. What the scarb? Nope. Everybody's gone, all right. What's that say? How the mighty have fallen. Who farted? Okay. Maybe we can get in there sometime.
Stanley went around touching every little thing.
Oh, what's that say?
In any way.
Oh, fuel. Okay. I thought it said something else. Nor did it advance the story in any way. Ooh. Okay. That's curious. Okay. The Scorpus out. Okay. Well, we'll just keep checking. Headed towards the meeting room. There's really only... Uh-oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so normally, this is a game all about choices. And normally, if they said that, I would enter the door on the right. But I'm going to follow the narrator's instructions to a T this first time. Okay. Is this the meeting room?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let's see. R.I.P. Franz, do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. Let's see. Monday. Weekly target assignments. Tuesday. Marketing. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock marketing Mondays. Not sure. 451s. Group 40X. Group 45X. This block is so small. IT department. What to do about 432. Don't tell 432 about the meeting. Ooh, office party. Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda items. Right next day's agenda, refleet. The future was yesterday. Tomorrow is now. What? Not efficient. Let's see. Standard graphs 40x wide. Get Chris out of the broom. Get Chris out of the broom closet. What's Chris doing in the broom closet? Oh, ongoing. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire someone to fire them. I'll move my desk. Okay, wait. Let's go down here. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. Do unbelievable, amazing work all the time, every day with no expectation of promotion or recognition. Don't get fired. How to dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively at other coworkers. Resent coworkers not supporting you. Let it ball up inside of you. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on the text. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. Everyone is unique. You, most of all. Ooh, number of slides. Slides, charts and slides. Nice. What do we got? What's that? Rate at which the charts on the same slide depict information. I swear I've been in meetings like this. Oh, I missed that one. Oh no, please, no more charts. Stop. The boss. On your boss appreciation minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill out in triplicate and return to your boss appreciation specialist. If you ever find yourself in conflict with another diligent employee, like yourself, but more inclined towards conflict, unless you're the kind of person who initiates conflict, why do we hire you? Oh, doggone it. What's your doom for the future? Talk radio, nature, success, metamorphosis, spring break, clear skin? Comatose. Okay. I think we've pretty much looked at everything. What's this? Bi-quarterly review. Bi-quarterly post-review. We need reviews. 402 and 405 want to get rid of the death sport portion in the primary review schedule. I think it's a stupid idea. More water coolers. More water cooler heaters. Charts needed to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. Find teenagers to put in the teenage demographic. Big net? Some sort of child trap. Throwing ideas in this recycle bin. Okay, in the idea bin. Let's go. Let's keep going.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here.
Okay.
So he turned around and got back on track.
Okay, no problem. We will. Can we close it? Yeah. Okay, where are we going?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
Okay,
office.
I am following this to a T. To be rich. Is it a crime to commit crimes? Isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Extreme Extreme bathrooms. Okay. I guess this is the boss's... Wow.
Into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
What the sklur?
Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
Yeah.
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number.
Ooh.
To...
Oh. Well, thank you so much.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to... Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Where? I can't see anything. Where's the newly open passageway? Here? No. Here? No. I'm confused. Oh, here. Okay, sorry. I apologize. Oh, behind the scenes. Oh my gosh. Generator? Oh, you shouldn't run those indoors. That's terribly dangerous. I guess this way? Down? Okay. Oh my gosh. Where are we going? Kind of scared now, not gonna lie. Loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Oh,
Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
interesting.
This question would not go unanswered for long.
What scorp was that?
Stanley
Oh my
walked
gosh.
to the door that read Mind Control Facility.
What? Okay, what do I do? Narrator? I guess I push this?
The lights were on an enormous room packed with television screens.
What?
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Yeah.
Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh my gosh. No? Okay. I guess push this.
Now, to life, their true nature.
Hey, look at that one. That was all screwed up.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building and his co-workers. Individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place.
What?
where freedom
What was I?
meant
247? Where's mine? There it is. But yet no employees around at all still.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Yeah.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Probably.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
Yes.
That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Oh my gosh.
No. He refused.
No.
to believe it.
Yeah.
Couldn't accept it.
I refuse.
His own life in someone else's control?
Yeah.
Never.
Heck no.
It was unthinkable, wasn't it?
Maybe.
Was it even possible?
Probably.
Truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Uh-oh. What? Okay.
Here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emojis. Happy.
Mind control status offline.
Walking, eating.
Oh no.
All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
What?
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Yeah.
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay. What's that say? Can't know what that says. Can't quite read that. Okay. Mind control pause idle waiting input. So I'm going to turn it off, right? Yes. I think that's what he said I was going to do.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Ooh.
Was it over? Yes. He had won.
What's a scorp?
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's. Freedom was mere moments away.
Oh my gosh, but where's everybody else?
Even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. How had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building have? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. All was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
Oh.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Oh, look at that.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Good for Stanley.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
Oh, okay.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
I can't control it. It's a cutscene. I wanted to look back and see what the building looked like.
Of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Oh, good for Stanley. The end. Slow fade to black. Never the end is never the end is never the end. Here we go. No narration? Can I lock myself in the office?
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
Yeah.
What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me.
Yeah.
In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come.
Really?
Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer.
Oh, there we go. Oh. Okay. Oh my God. I love this so much.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps. We may not go to the meeting room this time. Let's see. Okay, this is all the same. That's the same. Oh, that is not the same. Oh, that's curious. What the sklurp? Yeah, that's... That's strange. Okay.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
No jump key. I'm curious about that broom closet, but I'm actually super curious about what's here on the right. Let's do this.
This was not the correct way to and Stanley knew perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Just to admire it. I do like a good employee lounge. I'm not gonna lie. Oh.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
It is nice.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yeah. I can't go back this way, right?
Yes, really, really worth it being here. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Holy crap. I think I'm going to stay here for a while and listen to all the dialogue.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
What's one on the bottom say? Can't tell.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him.
So gonna be any more? No. What's this one say? Okay, we'll keep going.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
What's this way? Oh. Let's do that. I'm not going to not listen to him all the time, but oh.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
What is this?
On track.
What is this? We're going to come back for you. Oh, this was the door that was closed before. Okay, interesting.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Hi, broom closet. I've been waiting for you.
Oh, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all.
What?
I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room.
What?
Please take your time.
Okay. That's a nice crescent ridge. Look at that. Nothing? No more dialogue? What if I shut the door? No? Nothing? All right, we'll keep going.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh. What's this? Oh.
Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
Yeah.
He might be fired for that.
Oh, that's scary.
Such a competitive economy. Why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Maybe.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
What's that?
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked
That's an
down?
excellent question.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he
I
went?
was wondering that too.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
It is repeating.
He came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
What's that?
He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Oh.
This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation.
Yeah.
His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job.
Maybe.
He wasn't crazy after all.
Yeah.
And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Yeah.
So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Uh-oh.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it
What?
too appeared. It was so much
Holy crap.
fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all
What's that?
entered Stanley's head.
Ooh.
One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered
Indeed.
if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
Heck yeah.
How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
Okay.
That this was a dream.
But by doing what?
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Wake up.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
Oh, yeah.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
Heck yeah.
I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
Yes.
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Ah.
I am okay.
Ah. Stanley. Nope.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must...
Color changing it is. It's turning red.
My voice. Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Oh, no.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh, my gosh.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy is. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day.
Uh-oh.
The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
That tracks.
And then she turned and ran.
Yep. I think this is a pretty good place to end this video. Thank you so much for watching this brand new playthrough of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I am having significantly more fun than I thought I would. This is so marvelous. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time for more The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I'll see you next time.